What's up, guys? Your girl Cynthia Proper, and you're here kicking it with me on my YouTube channel. Now, this is the first time I'm ever done something like this before. I've never spoke on my YouTube channel. I always drop videos and rap videos and lyrics throughout the years, but I've never spoke. I never introduced myself, and I realized that it's probably it's not working to my advantage, like me being mute and just dropping videos and not interacting with my YouTube channel and letting them know who I am. I've been compelled to do about me video, tell a little bit about me on my channel and what am I about. Typically I'm a private person, but this day and age with social media, everyone is, I guess, if it's not posted, it's not happening. So you gotta share what you're doing all the time and everything you got going on. So I'm still gonna keep myself very private because I really don't care what people think. I've never been the type to like get too heavily indulge into social media to the point where I feel like I had to like prove myself or tell constantly prove something to complete strangers. That really not doing much for me. But anyways, so here we go. All right. So the truth is, I'm not a struggling rapper. I'm not from the ghetto. I grew up with security guards and nannies. I was in Catholic school, went to college, graduate school. I just love music. I have a passion for music. I feel like it's always been something that I've always loved since I was a kid. And I was grateful that I had parents that pushed me and motivated me and told me that I could reach for the stars and do whatever I wanted to do. So that's why I actually indulge into the music industry. I love it. I love everything about it. The creating aspect. I feel like it helped me a lot. It boosted my confidence in life. It helped me keep the promises that I made for myself. It's done a lot for me. And I just love watching the constant growth and seeing myself get better and better with the time. That's just looking forward to that. It's just the most. It's fulfilling for me enough. So I just, encourage everyone to find something that they can look forward to as well. Fulfill their hearts desires, focus on themselves, love themselves, put themselves first, build their confidence, keep promises to themselves. It's very important. It's key. Try not to like watch another person and judge other people. Don't judge a book by its cover. Just, focus on you. That's just, very important. Yeah, that's how I feel about that aspect. I just don't want to be modest anymore. I don't want to be modest anymore about my pain in life. I don't want to be modest about my success anymore. I don't want to be modest about my achievements, my parents, who they were, what they've done, and what I've done as a person. I just come on social media, I just post music, and that's all you guys see. You guys think I'm the struggling rapper, and that's the end all be all, and that's not really it. There's so many layers to me. I'm multidimensional. I would say I like to think highly of myself, so I just put at my all in everything that I want to do. Everything that I ever want to do, I've done. I'm very focused. I'm a driven person since childhood. I've always said I'm gonna do this. I've done it. I've always taken time, been nervous, but I went ahead and did it at the end of the day, and I felt great by doing that. And I don't know. Hopefully, this motivates somebody to do what they want to, and what they love to do in life, and feel great about doing that. I grew up in a 2-parent household, but that still didn't mean I didn't suffer from abandonment issues. I feel like everyone has abandonment issues in a way, some way, in a form. Like growing up, like I feel like losing your favorite toy. I remember, you know, changes, constant changes in life, losing that favorite toy, graduating from classes, leaving friends, and going on to the next classes, um, losing grandparents, you know, just the constant changes in life, grief, and learning how to cope with that. That's all, you know, a part of that whole abandonment issue, like abandonment. Um, you know, I just learned, you know, life is all about perspective, and life is what you make it. You know, it's honestly, it is what you make it. If you want to give yourself everlasting joy and peace, you can have that. You know, you got to put it in your mind and, you know, mold yourself, mold your mind, you know, to take away from the take away negativity, and take away negative thoughts and all the negativity, and just focus on you. So I lost both my parents back to back within 2 years. My dad 2020 and everything. It's been really hard. You I had to learn to cope, you know, and adjust. I took a break from music, so I wasn't posting like that. I didn't really release music that much. I haven't shot videos and all because my father was a big part of my music career. He pushed me, like, you know, he supported me. He was like my biggest fan. Like, he would, like, you know, he was very like involved, like dealing with, like, you know, the back end of the people in the industry and productions and features and all that. Like, I loved, you know, always calling him up, getting him involved, because, you know, he was my dad and he always wanted the best for me, no one else, you know. So I was really grateful for that, and I always, like, you know, made jokes and, you know, promised him that I would get him a jet out of it. But, you know, he was just happy to support me and support my dreams, and he was happy to see me be able to do something that I love. But with condition, because he made sure that I went to school and finished my degrees and accomplished everything in school first, because he was not playing. So my dad parents were strict parents. They did not play. So they made sure I went to school and I graduated, and I did, and I'm grateful for that. You know, I still have that, and I can still pursue my music career, you know, and I do other business. So solely, I'm not banking on music fully. Like, I don't need to be this big pop star ever. I'm grateful with just being able to, like, release content, release music, and just be okay. Like, whoever listens to it in the ears that's around, you know, I'm okay with that. But you know, just grateful and contented in life, you know. So um, like I said, I had to, you know, I lost both my parents. You know, I had to learn to cope with that. It was very difficult, you know, learning to cope with that. It took time. But what made me, you know, become, now I wouldn't say okay, because you can never be okay with the fact of losing your loved one. What made me feel comfort, like like a little comfort, you know, about it, was the fact that they didn't leave me high and dry. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was, you know, very fortunate to have two hardworking parents. They didn't come from a rich family, but they made sure a rich family came out of them. They worked extremely hard. Like, I didn't see, like, I've never seen, like, two people like my mother and my father. Like, they worked, like, as a team. Like, they built everything that they had, like this empire, and I watched them, like, you know, work together and encourage each other and push each other and make these deals and do everything. And I'm, you know, so proud to have both of them. I wouldn't want to trade it for the world. They made these sacrifices for me, and that's why I'm able to be here today and, you know, be able to do what I want to do in music, be able to, like, you know, do my businesses, do whatever I want to do in life, because they laid the foundation for me. They didn't abandon me, you know. So I'm just grateful for that, you know. So with that, I can't never be sad and dry now, because when I look, you know, if it wasn't for that, I'll always have a roof over my head. I'll always be able to eat, fend for my kids and stuff like that. So I'm really grateful for the sacrifices my parents made for me in life. Like, they neglected their health. Yes. That's, you know, that's why in this time we're focused on taking care of ourselves, taking care of our health, and not just putting, like, money as the main focus, you know. So that's one thing as well. Um, I felt, you know, I feel like everyone's definition of rich is different, you know. So once again, it's perspective. Life is all about perspective. What you may deem rich is not another person's rich. What you may deem wealthy is may not be another person's wealthy. I feel like, you know, richness in mind is the ultimate, you know, richness, like, to me, you know. And once you have that, you would always be rich. Like, I feel like what can you beat being rich in mind, you know? Is nothing can beat that, you know. So richness in mind. So I'm just grateful. I also want to talk about, I just want to touch on a little subject as well, and make an example out of, you know, life and perspective, and viewing and viewpoints, and how, you know, viewing things differently. I speak on myself, you know, when I make stuff and talk about things, because, you know, I don't speak on people. I don't know them. I don't know what they got going on. So I speak on myself. Everyone has family issues. Everyone views and sees things differently. And I do not find it funny. I do not find people family issues funny. I do not find sisters not speaking funny. I don't find sisters angry, hurt, and not knowing how to channel their emotions and grieve properly funny. So I just want to touch on that before I go into, you know, discussing this aspect. So, you know, for all those laughing or think that hearing this is, oh, she had family issues, everyone will have their day. So just think twice before you laugh at somebody. Okay, thank you. So throughout my life, I have a half sister. I have two sisters, two older sisters, me, the last born. But, you know, I have a half sister, and, you know, she took my father's absence from our lives, because he was absent from our lives as my life as well, different from my outlook. So my dad was away in Nigeria. I grew up in America. He missed birthdays, he missed graduations, he missed important things for me as well, and as my other sister and my half sister. But when I sit back and I think of it, like, when I was during those time, I knew that I always have access to my dad. I can call him, he'll pick up anytime, like even if he's sleeping, like, he'll fall asleep and I would just, like, and he'll wake up and he'll be on the phone with me and talk to me. I can always, like, anything I wanted, I can call him, Dad, hey, I need, he'll send it right away. People send the money over to me, I get it right away. So I always had that support, and I always had that emotional support over the phone, and I always had that financial support. So it prevented me from being out there on the street or having to do certain things that certain girls feel like they have to do to survive. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm grateful. That was the ultimate goal. My father didn't want that for me. So that was the ultimate goal. So that's how my perspective, that's how I viewed it. Like, damn, like, my father's out there hustling for me, so I don't have to be out there hustling. So I don't have to be worried. I don't have to ever, you know, look to anybody or take disrespect from anybody if they're not treating me right. You know, so I can tell a quote, Nigerian millionaire, billionaire, whatever son, you know, goodbye. You're not it for me. I don't like your character, the way you move, like, you know. And you know, a lot of people won't be able to do that to that type of person, because they'll feel like they need that little funds. And you know, but my father made it possible that I don't need no, you know what I'm saying, like. And on top of that, he gave me work ethic. He taught me, you know, he gave me lessons in life. Like, I have amazing work ethic. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna sustain. I'm gonna get more. You know, I'm gonna strive for more. You know, I feel like I can reach the moon because he gave me, you know what I'm saying, the stars. You know, you know something. So it's just, that's just how I feel. You know, so so at the end of the day, my perspective, like I said, you know, is completely different from how my older sister took it. She believed me and my sister enjoyed my dad. more than her. And that's just not true. You understand what I'm saying? Um, he wasn't in the States. We live in the States majority of the time. We seen him like 3 times out the year, vacations, the Christmas, summertime, being back home. Most of the times we were always back and forth. So we was grateful from that. From 3 months old, I was back and forth home. So I really am grateful to know my culture and be grounded in my culture. So that I'll talk later on, because that has to do with a lot of me being like, not necessarily, I couldn't find a way to fit in growing up. It was hard to fit in because of the fact that, I was in America, born in America, but I had immigrant parents, 2 African parents who were deep rooted in their culture and tradition. So we'll talk about that in some later segments, but we're going to keep on the topic of, my half sister and how her perspective towards my father's absence was completely different from us. She believed that we enjoyed him, like I said, and that created her to have a lot of hatred and anger towards us. It makes me sad. Like, I just, I don't understand that, no one is better than the other. He loved you just as much as he loved us. He's done so much for you. He's bought you how many cars, cash. He's the wedding. He was there for your wedding. He will not be there for my wedding when I do get married. He was there for your wedding. He's your son. He was there and he's been there for your kid. He's gave him a lot of things, like, you understand, like, he's taking care of you and take care of your husband, so, like, you're blessed, girl. You're honestly blessed. So that's why I can't honestly seem like, why did you hate him so much? Because, like, honestly, you hated that man so much. You hated him so much, that hate trickled down to us. That's why. Because you couldn't cope with the fact of his absence from those special engagements and stuff. He's always sent representation for us, me and you, like, same thing. He'll send our aunts or uncles to come stand in for us. He'll send money. He'll always make sure we're good financially. We're not gold digging off of dudes. Dudes are gold digging off us. Like, why aren't you happy that it's not the other way around? That nobody can tell you to get out their house and disrespect you or talk to you anyhow because your father laid a foundation for you. That was the ultimate sacrifice. That's what he did for us. You should be happy. You should be really honestly happy and thank that man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and the whole, beefing me and my sister, like, just, try to have change of heart, try to have a different perspective. Life is about changes. I know you might not like change. No one likes changes, but it's change is the only thing that's constant. So we will just have to learn to adapt, at being adaptable. We have to adapt to this new changes and what's going on. We should be able to come together. That house should be all of us. We should be able to be still, celebrate this man. I just want to, honestly, I'm ready to share, with everyone. Right now we in ongoing legal issues in court and stuff like that. That's not, I'm not fighting for property or, stuff like that. I'm not fighting for all that. I don't really care, because he gave me the greatest thing. He gave me education. I was able to go to school and get three, four degrees without any stress. You understand what I'm saying? I can stand on my feet. I can pick up one of those degrees and just get a job tomorrow. I have my certificate, I have my license. I can just go get a job at work. He's done enough, I feel like, and I just want to honor him. I just honestly want to honor him, keep his name alive in his city and state that he grew up in, and he hustled and worked so hard and done so much amazing things for. That's all I want to do. I want to keep his legacy going and being able to continue to bless the community and do great things that he was doing. That's what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for his legacy to continue, because I feel like, throughout this whole thing, you felt like you didn't have a father, so you was just trying to project that same feelings onto me and my sister by stripping away, taking away keys, taking away my mom's cars and all that stuff, like doing all those things. Like, I felt like it was all just projections because of anger. So I'm not upset with you. I honestly forgive you. I'm not upset. I understand you're just projecting. I understand you're hurt, but try to have a change of heart. Try to have a change of perspective on this situation. I'm not your enemy. I didn't ask to be here. He's my father too. I also felt at times I had to work through my issues, seek counseling on my abandonment, him being absent sometimes. You understand? I was able to cope and get through that and see a different perspective. So I encourage you to do the same thing as my older sister. You are like 10 plus years older than me. I have respect for you. So I just feel like you should honestly get a different perspective. I know you honestly have respect for me as well. I know you admire me. We never really speak because we always were so far in age. You and my older sister would speak more. Me and you never really spoke like that. But I'm speaking now. I'm speaking up on my channel. Hopefully you watch this video and you get a different perspective and a change of heart. And hopefully that we can end this ongoing dispute in court and we can be able to honor this man. You even said it yourself that he had all these fake friends and all these fake friends after his dad. After he passed away, you were telling us about all these things and his enemies and fake friends and all this stuff. And if you know he has fake friends, why are you allowing them to laugh at us? Why are you allowing them to why are you allowing his legacy to go down like that? If we shouldn't. They laugh at you. You're making them laugh at us, mock us and stuff, like them and their kids. Like, come on, you said it yourself. So let's do the right thing. Let's not give people anything else to say, because he did an amazing job for us. He tried for us. You understand? He raised us and did an amazing job with all three of us. So let's act like it. Let's come together. Let's, take our grieving and our loss and channel it into something positive and honoring him and building more legacies for our future and our kids to come. We can do it too. He walked so we could run. So I feel like he's done enough. I just want to honor him most. I'm ready to share whatever and continue to share for the rest of my life, because I'm not going to go. I'm going to go and leave it too. We're going to go and leave it. So I don't really care for the things. I just honestly care for the name and the legacy and continuing on being great, and just representing and showing respect to the man that done the utmost for me. Like, everything, I owe it to that man and my mother, and thankfully, my mother was just as hardworking as my father, because she could have been like some women and just stay and sit down and whatever. But if she wasn't hardworking, it's like she knew. She said she got to protect her kids. She got to cover her kids. It's like she knew something. It was in her, and she passed away before my dad, so she wasn't able to fight and protect us against what's going on with my half sister and her, because I feel like her mom's also in on it. So she wasn't able to. She's not here to, but she's here to indirectly, because if it wasn't for her, I still have roofs over my head over here. Everything over here in America is in her name. She worked so hard. Everything. She was a nurse. That woman. That's why he was with her. That's why he admired her, because he told her, she's still just a workaholic. It was just embedded in her. She just had to do something. She couldn't sit home. That was just her. And I got that trait from her in a way. That's why I'm always, doing something. So, that woman, that woman was so hardworking, and you hated her and she didn't do nothing to you. I don't know, what your mom told you, but she lied to you. Your mom wasn't a good woman to that man. I remember my dad told me stories about, when, first and foremost, You were about like 9, 10 when my mom and dad met. You're and from I was concerned, they split from you was 1 or 2. So the years gap, my mom did not. It's not. It was impossible. Like my mom did not. It's not like a. That shouldn't even be a conversation, really. But the years and the gap, like let the hurt go. Relationship fails. It don't work. People move on. You're with a man that had kids before, and he's still having kids after, from what I'm hearing. So it happens. Are you doing that? Imagine that happening now. Like, remember, you got to be careful. Karma, life circle turns around. You never know what might turn around and happen to you tomorrow. They might turn around and do that to you. So let's protect my father's stuff. Stop spending money on that man, my father's money on that man. Because if that man wasn't a gold digger or had no interest, he wouldn't be encouraging you to fight your sisters over their father's property and treat them like they don't have any father. When I have a father, thankfully, like I said, my mother worked just as hard and did not leave me high and dry, because everything right now from my father's side is on hold, but I'm still going off my mother and my own, because I work. I can, I do my businesses and stuff like that. So I'm still able to survive. I still don't have to take any shit from nobody. So let's do the right thing and let's get my father's stuff going. That's all I want. Let's stop that, because I'm not hungry. I'm not ever gonna be hungry. I'm never gonna be down and out. My mother is a blessed woman. My mother was a blessed woman. You understand what I'm saying? So she was a blessed woman. My father was a blessed man. We are a blessed family. Let's honor his name, honor his legacy. That's all I want to do. Let's forget the past. Work through our issues. There's nothing wrong with seeing a life coach. If you want, I'll sit on the sessions with you. Let's talk together. You understand? Communication is key. Disagreeing to agree to disagree. Compromise. We're family at the end of the day. I didn't do anything to you. I didn't ask to be here. And I feel like you should be a little understanding to that. This is just the honest, heartfelt, YouTube segment. It kind of strayed off from about me to, it got deep about my family. It's New Year. We just want to spread love and let's do the right thing this year for our family and everyone. Let's be respectful to one another. Let's respect ourselves. Let's love ourselves first and love others, and then extend that on to others. God is good. May He see us through. Let's just work on our projections and let's try not to project. It's real hard, but a lot of people are just projecting their hurt. Hurt people. Isolation, meditation, staying to yourself, keeping it to yourself, controlling yourself, self-control, all that, helps in building character and in character development. Science background, psychology background, so that's, me. But yeah, let's just, spread love.